The one Microsoft collaboration answer that sounds great, but fails the as-appropriate interviewer. Most candidates describe a meeting where everyone eventually agreed, but they never show which competing priority they actually subordinated to the customer problem. And that omission is exactly what the as-appropriate interviewer is listening for. The question is, tell me about a time you drove a product decision across engineering, design, and data partners who had competing priorities, and show how you built consensus without direct authority. This question tests one Microsoft collaboration. Microsoft's expectation that PMs unify teams around a shared customer outcome, not around personal influence or positional authority. The real probe underneath it is whether the influence that moved your partners came from a customer truth you constructed together, or from political capital, because only the former scales across Microsoft's matrix org. Here is how most candidates answer this cross-functional alignment question. And it sounds completely reasonable on the surface.
We were building a new reporting feature in Teams. Engineering wanted to delay for technical debt cleanup. Design wanted more research time, and data science had other roadmap commitments. I scheduled a cross-functional sync, walked everyone through the customer requests we'd collected, and helped the team see we were all working toward the same goal. After a few conversations, we aligned on a phased approach. Engineering got a cleanup sprint, design agreed to an MVP scope, and we launched on time.
Customer evidence cited generically. No specific insight named or made visible. Trade-off outcome described but no clarity on whose priority was subordinated and why. Coalition maintenance absent. No moment of fracture or recovery shown. Influence mechanism is a meeting cadence, not a shared customer truth. Here is what I am writing in the debrief right now. Item 1. Customer evidence cited generically. No specific insight named or made visible to partners. Item 2. Trade-off not articulated. Unclear whose priority was subordinated and on what customer basis. Item 3. No fracture moment. Coalition presented as effortlessly achieved. Resilience unproven. Item 4. Influence mechanism is scheduling meetings, not constructing a shared customer truth. Verdict: does not demonstrate one Microsoft collaboration. Same question, same three-partner conflict. Listen to how this candidate makes the customer truth do the work of alignment.
We were adding analytics to Teams. Data science wanted to delay 3 weeks to rebuild the pipeline properly. Engineering was holding firm on scope. Design had already deprioritized the feature twice. I pulled 6 call recordings where enterprise admins said they were making license renewal decisions blind. No usage data. I put those recordings in a shared doc and asked each partner, what would we tell these admins if we shipped nothing? That reframe shifted the conversation from whose deadline moves to how fast can we get admins something actionable. Data science proposed a lightweight proxy metric that shipped in a week. When engineering pushed back on that scope, I referenced the same recordings. We launched in 3 weeks, and admin-reported decision confidence increased 40% in the next quarterly survey.
Specific customer evidence. Call recordings named Enterprise Admin Pain Made Concrete. Trade-off made visible. Proxy metric chosen explicitly to serve customer over pipeline ideal. Coalition fracture shown. Engineering pushback handled by returning to the same customer anchor. Influence mechanism is a shared customer truth, not positional authority or meeting cadence. Notice what changed. The customer evidence became a physical artifact that held the coalition together even when it started to fracture. Item 1. Customer truth made tangible. Call recordings named and shared as a coalition anchor. Item 2. Trade-off explicit. Proxy metric subordinated pipeline ideal to customer urgency with clear rationale. Item 3. Fracture moment shown. Engineering pushback handled by returning to the customer evidence, not politics. Item 4. Measurable outcome tied to customer problem. 40% improvement in admin decision confidence cited. Verdict: strong signal, clear hire. Before your loop, run your alignment story through these 3 questions. Question 1. Can you name the specific customer evidence you made visible to every partner? If not, your consensus was built on goodwill. And goodwill doesn't scale. Question 2. Can you say exactly whose priority was subordinated and why the customer justified it? Without this, the A's appropriate interviewer hears a compromise, not a decision. Question 3. Did the coalition fracture at any point, and how did you hold it together? Effortless alignment tells the interviewer nothing about how you perform under real pressure. If you can't answer all 3, you're not demonstrating one Microsoft collaboration, you're describing a meeting that happened to go well. How do your real stories score? Get a personalized report scored against the interview rubric Microsoft uses for your role. Find it at interview101.com.